For 7 years, the Midianites oppressed Israel. They destroyed the harvests, leaving God's people weak and afraid, but God called Gideon to deliver Israel. Gideon stood on the hillside, looking down at the vast Midianite camp. Thousands of tents stretched across the valley below. He turned to his 300 men, whispering courage and faith. They were few, but their trust was in the Lord. At Gideon's signal, the men smashed their jars and blazing torches burst into the night. They lifted their trumpets and blew with all their strength, the sound echoing through the valley. In the Midianite camp, terror spread. Soldiers stumbled out of their tents, confused and afraid. Panic took hold, and the enemy fled in every direction, striking even at one another in the chaos. Gideon raised his torch high and shouted with victory, his men standing firmly beside him. Their faces glowed with determination, each warrior holding his torch as a sign of courage. Meanwhile, Midianite commanders shouted orders, but no one obeyed. Their army was breaking apart. In their fear, soldiers turned on one another, swords clashing in confusion. Tents collapsed, camels broke loose, and the once mighty camp fell into chaos. Gideon signaled his men to stand firm. They would not chase, for the Lord was fighting for them. One warrior lifted his trumpet and blew with all his strength, the sound declaring God's victory. The valley was filled with confusion and fear, while the ridge blazed with the light of 300 torches. The Midianites dropped their weapons and supplies, fleeing in terror before the army of the Lord. On the ridge, Gideon and his men stood united, their torches a wall of fire against the night. As dawn broke, the valley lay silent. The enemy was gone, their camp abandoned. The warriors looked at one another in awe, amazed that victory had come without a battle. Gideon lifted his torch high in thanksgiving to God. The men followed, raising their torches in unison. The Lord gave Israel victory that night, using only 300 faithful men. Thank you for watching.